Hi, today we're going to talk about Lenovo Vantage and how you as a non-technical user can utilize this software. Do you ever notice on your laptop, you'll notice your battery seems to be draining faster than usual, or you're concerned that your Wi-Fi connection might not be secured in a public location? This is the place that you are able to go to as a non-technical person and easily be able to fix these issues. Hi, I'm April, and today we'll be looking at Vantage on an E14 Lenovo laptop. This is one of the units that we use for our demos. I'm just going to log into the software here. You can access Vantage just by typing Vantage into the search bar. This is a great software for non-technical users who are just looking for a bit of information about their laptop. If they're looking at what updates are required, how you can improve security, improve your battery life, or look for any updates. When you first log into Vantage, you'll notice that you have this overview screen where you can see some quick details about your computer. You'll see on this system our warranty is expiring. This can be renewed by selecting the renew button or by contacting your reseller where you purchased the computer, and they're able to source this for you as well. If we're concerned about our battery life, seeing if there's a way that we can stop this from draining as quick when it's not plugged into a power source, you can click this little hamburger menu on the left of the screen, select device settings and power. From here, you'll see some more options about your computer. One thing that you will notice while you're scrolling through this is it might take you to other locations in your computer that maybe if you have more technical knowledge, you would be able to access without this program. The benefit of this program is for somebody who's not technical, so they're able to easily access the correct location from one single pane of glass. The first option that we can change here is our sleep settings. Once you click this, it will leave Vantage and go to your system, power, and battery on your computer. You are able to access this without Vantage. However, like I mentioned, this will take you directly to the location you need if you do not have that technical knowledge. Here you can go in and select items that will save your battery when it does go into sleep mode. Scrolling down, you'll get to the global power management. This will take you to the same location as we just were in your settings. You can still go through there and adjust them as needed to improve your battery power. By default, when you receive your computer, it is typically set up not to save your battery power, but to give you more performance. There are things that you trade off. If you want more power, your performance does decrease. You do have the ability to lower the performance when your computer is not being used, which is what I suggest that you do. When you go into sleep mode, your battery does not need to be powering your system as much. Also, another item to consider is your battery life. When your computer is constantly plugged into a wall, it should not be charging to 100% at all times, and by default, your computer is set up to do so. To protect your battery's life, you should be lowering this to 80% if you are consistently plugged into a wall to save that battery life. This is the section that you're able to make those changes in here, your smart charge. You can set this to custom. We want to allow for smart charge, and we can set this to custom, which will allow us to change where we want our battery to be charged to. If you continuously charge to 100% and your computer is plugged in at 100%, it will start to lower the expected life of your battery. The last place that I would like to talk about battery in this section would be in the power settings here. This just talks about while your computer is in sleep, charging the USB connection. There are some people who will charge their devices when their computer is closed and put away. You will not want to turn this feature off if you use your computer like that. But if you are not using your peripherals like an external mouse or an external keyboard when your computer is in sleep mode, you can definitely turn that off to save some of your battery life as well. When looking at a computer to purchase, you will sometimes see things like the battery life is expected for 14 hours. Please remember that that is a number that's being provided if you set everything to optimal and your computer is mostly in sleep mode. You will rarely get 14 hours of battery life, even if that's what the manufacturer is saying. The more you use the computer, the faster the battery will drain. So this does need to be taken into consideration, and making these steps will help to extend the battery time that you get while it's unplugged from the wall. The next thing I would like to talk about here is just one quick thing that has helped me in the past as well is your memory. If you find that your computer is really running sluggish or it keeps on freezing, that is typically a memory resource problem. When this is happening, if you open up Vantage and look at this memory section, it will tell you how much memory you're using. If you are starting to use that 90+%, you will start seeing performance issues, and that's a sign you should be looking at upgrading the memory in your computer, or if you are replacing this computer shortly, adding more memory to the computer that you are getting. Memory and storage are both technically storage sources. However, memory is where immediate files are being used by the processor. Once the processor's done with those files, it will release that RAM, which is why when you're using applications, you will see your memory fluctuate throughout the day. Your storage is your long-term storage. This is where all your applications and your files are stored. This you can clean up by going through your computer and removing any duplicate files, any files that are old that you no longer need, or even by removing applications that your system no longer uses. Another non-technical friendly solution here is updating your computer. You do not need a technician to update the drivers on your computer. Even though it sounds scary, Vantage will make this easier for you. So to check for your updates, there is a button on your dashboard, check for updates. As you see, my computer has ones that are being alerted. Here we can scroll down and decide what we would like to look at. And we can also auto schedule these to be updated as well. If we give it a few moments, it will continue to scan and look for updates. I will let this complete. Now that the updates have run, if we scroll down, we can see what's available. Under the BIOS and firmware, we can do the Intel Management, a BIOS update. It is normal that once a computer does its update, it will force you to reboot it. So we will leave this for now. The next item I'd like to talk about is cleaning your device. This is different than your storage. This will allow settings to lock down your computer. If you've ever noticed, if your keys are filthy and you want to clean up this device, but when you're wiping over it, you don't even know what you're pressing, and then all of a sudden your keyboard is typing in French and you don't know how to turn it off, this will protect you from that happening. You can set how long you'd like to freeze your computer for. It will provide you tips and tricks on how to clean your computer. And then once that time has gone up, everything will work as the same and your computer will not flip to French or turn your screen upside down or any other crazy things that happen when you're trying to clean off your keyboard. Now we're going to look at the network and look at the Wi-Fi. If we select this on, we can see what is available nearby. A lot of this, if you are working for a company, will have already been set up under your security settings by your provider. However, if you are a consumer that's going through these, you will probably have more access available on your computer because your security will not have been locked down by your administrator. I just want to talk about a couple of things that you might not like about Vantage. There have been complaints about promotional ads that pop up. These can be disabled through Lenovo Vantage if they are affecting your usage of the computer. The other item is that this might feel like bloatware because most of the things that you are doing through here can be accessed through the computer in other locations. That's why this is a great software for non-technical resources. This gives you that single pane of glass to let you know where you're going, give you a quick overview of your computer, and allow you to fix simple tasks. If you are more technical, this might be a software that you would prefer to uninstall from the computer because it does have redundancy. If you have any questions, please reach out in the comments and our great marketing team will get back to you with the answers. And if you'd like more information on Lenovo products, you can check out our channel and we have some coverage. Thank you.